Alright, so I'm up here at the Christmas tree farm and I wanted to do an update on the high tunnel and kind of show you, well, what's been going on. So, we've had a little bit of trouble with it, and the other day, this is a little while ago now, and we had a really bad windstorm. And I was never really a huge fan of the big doors, and it didn't really survive the storm as well as I would have liked it to. So, with no further ado, I'm going to show you where we're at with the high tunnel and what it looks like after a significant windstorm. So, here we go. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, it kind of sucks, and this is actually the second time we've had significant wind damage. I mean, it's pretty much totally destroyed now, and I'll explain what happened. But the first time we had wind damage, right here where we're at was the door. And these doors were 20 foot wide by 10 foot high, and I did not like that. Thought that was way too much door to hold back. And but I followed the directions exactly the way that the manufacturer wanted to, so that way I could have the warranty. And so I followed it exactly the way that they had suggested me to build the high tunnel, even though I did not really agree with the 20-foot doors, and I didn't really like the end wall design. And so if you're going to build a high tunnel, build the end walls solid, stick build the end walls, and if I was going to do it again, I would put the corrugated plastic on the end walls and then just do like a double door or a actual roll-up garage door for the door. And I don't need a 20-foot opening for a high tunnel. I'm not pulling a tractor trailer in or something. Most of what I'm going to be taking in and out of the high tunnel was going to be small equipment, maybe my truck to put stuff in, but a 10 by 10 door would have been plenty. So anyway, I didn't really agree with the 20-foot door openings, because that just didn't withstand the wind. What happened the first time was I'll put that clip in. I took footage of it, but I never posted it. Hey, what are we doing now?
Well, we had a little bit of a problem. Something decided to come unrooted today.
Well, shoot. Sorry about the wind noise.
We don't like the wind right now either.
No, I'm not a big fan of it.
No.
It's not how I wanted to start the day, but oh well. Now we gotta redo it. Redo it.
Yay!
We do it nice!
We do it twice!
Because we do it twice. Oh well. At least it didn't blow to Hershey or something. The door came open. The pipe was shredding the plastic. Because the rope ripped. It did not come untied, it ripped. And the screw eyes are still in, but the rope ripped, and then that let the door open up and shred the plastic. The pipe broke and bent. So this side's pretty good, but poking through. So, and then I'll take you to the other side and show you what happened on the other side. Just got all bent up pretty good there. And then the door ripped off of the frame out of the screws, and this rope broke as well. It did not come untied, it broke. So all the screw eyes are still there. It came out of the ground. This time, basically the same thing ended up happening. It ripped open the doors, all sort of wind got in. I mean, we had like 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and the wind got in underneath of it, and it actually ripped everything out of the ground. This was where a post was. Ripped everything out of the ground right in around here is where the posts used to be in the ground. Now they're over there. Ripped everything out of the ground, blew it upside down right about where my truck was. Then it flipped it back, and it ended up back where it is now. And the plastic then ripped and ended up in the cherry tree. I took some of the plastic away so it wasn't blowing around, but now this is what we've got left. So I'm a little discouraged, and it's going to be kind of a job to clean it up, and I really don't know what to do with it now. So, because it's a little too far gone, most of the joints are broken or bent. So I don't know. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it now. So I'm a little discouraged, but I guess it's all a learning process, because if I'm gonna build another one, I know I'm gonna build the end walls solid and keep her closed up tight when the wind comes, just to keep that wind from getting underneath of it, because as soon as that happens, man, it's just like a parachute. It just went. So, but yep, so anyway, I kind of wanted to get you up to date on where that's at. Not that exciting. A little frustrated about that, but I got to get it cleaned up here in the next week or two before the hay starts growing up through, and I guess it's going to be a hayfield again. So this hayfield though is looking real nice. We just hit it with some fertilizer almost 2 weeks ago, so it's really coming along now. It's supposed to be 70s and 80s in the end of the week, so we're gonna really hopefully see it jump. And then the hayfield down there, that one is real nice. That's probably some of the nicest hay I've ever had growing, so I'm really excited to see where that goes. So, alright, well, I just wanted to get you an update on the high tunnel, and we'll see what we end up doing up here. I don't know. We'll see. But if you build a high tunnel, build the end walls solid. Do not use those big freaking doors. Man, they're just not practical. They're not practical. I don't like that design. I don't like that design. And I mean, it's not like we chinched on it. They were 4-foot centers. I mean, it wasn't cheap. The thing was, I don't know, it was brand new, 4-foot centers, built it exactly the way that they wanted to. I sent the pictures off. The warranty was approved, and they're not gonna do anything because apparently the warranty doesn't cover wind damage or weather damage or basically anything. So I don't really know what kind of warranty that you can call that. I guess it'll cover like a zombie apocalypse or something, but I'm a little frustrated about that. So I guess if I'm gonna build another one, I'm probably gonna just buy the hoops or something used from somebody and just rigmarole and get my own thing and kind of do my own thing. And I was really frustrated because the other reason I wanted to, sorry, this kind of turned into a rant, I guess, but I really wanted to go with the Gothic style and the higher sides, but the company I bought it from talked me out of that, and they talked me into this design, and I really didn't like it, but they kind of really thought it was going to work well, and it was most bang for my buck, and I could get in a couple extra feet length and a couple extra feet width, and I thought, well, you know what, why don't we just go with that? I wanted to try to get as much square footage under roof as I could, and you know, I think I would have been better off going with the Gothic style, small end doors, and frame the end walls solid with that corrugated plastic, not just this tarps, basically, is what it is. But, you know, then we wouldn't have a pile of scrap metal, we would actually have a usable working high tunnel that would have actually been growing stuff at this point, and not just growing my list of things to do. So, but yeah, I'm a little frustrated. I'm not trying to complain or whine or moan. I'm the biggest reason I'm making this video is because I want, if you're in the market for a high tunnel, or you're thinking about building another high tunnel, or building a high tunnel, or I want you to steer away from those big end doors. Or if you are building one, just don't build those freaking end doors. End door 10 by 10 at the most, unless you're gonna put like a actual metal door, garage door, roll-up door, or something like that. And then build your end walls solid. Don't chintz on the end walls, because that's what gave up the ghost on this high tunnel and just ruined the whole thing. So, but yeah, well, hopefully this helps at least somebody out there, so that way they don't have to go through this, because this is really discouraging after all the people that have helped me and pitched in, and then my landlords were gracious enough to let me build this here and everything, so it's just kind of been a flop of a project. No pun intended, so. But, alright, well, I'm gonna stop complaining and whining and moaning, so. And I'm gonna go get something done now, so. Alright, well, hey, I'll keep you posted on some of the things that are coming up. We got a lot going on now that the weather's broke, so. Alright, well, we'll see you later, guys.